everybody. Hello. I'm back again. It feels like I haven't done a recording in weeks, but here we are. So we just ended Pregnancy Loss Awareness Week, and of course, I had a few things to say about that. So here we are again. We're back at it. Welcome again to another video. The discussion for today, or the topic for today, I as usual, I try not to make these things too long, but this one kind of hot. Right? And it's really I'll tell you why it's kind of hot. So the topic for today is searching for validation through toxicity. I'm going to try and go a little slow because my mind, there are so many things going through my head where this is concerned, and what I want to say and what I want to talk about or discuss on this particular topic, and I don't want to miss a beat per se. So I'm going to try to slow things down in my head so I can give my mouth some time to catch up. All right, so I'm just going to dive right into the topic. But before I dive into it, I will give you an idea what led me to this particular topic. All right. One of the things that I have been seeing recently is women. As we know, our focus here is on us women. All right. Not bashing men. I feel like I have to keep repeating this. I'm not bashing men, because I have an amazing son, and my purpose here is to develop myself into the woman who can grow my son into the man he should be and needs to be, not just for himself, but for whichever woman he chooses to love, so he knows how to choose them, because you have some twisted ones out there. But how did I get to this topic? I was doing the dishes one day, and I was listening to Sam Smith's. I was just listening to some songs on my phone, and it was just randomly choosing the songs and whatnot. And Sam Smith's I think it was Midnight Train. I love that song. It's Midnight Train. It started playing, and I was singing the song. If anybody know me, love Midnights. So I was singing the song, and like the words start to hit differently in a matter of realization. And it makes me start to think, because the song is about getting up and leave, basically getting up and leave when you realize that this is not for you anymore. And I keep thinking to myself, why do women stay in a broke-ass relationship even when they know it's not for them? And this is not about no battered woman, nothing, right? This that I'm talking about. And it came to me, validation. Everyone wants to be valued. Everyone wants to feel like they belong, because we all desire to belong, right? That is why you have people letting everybody know which group or clique they are a part of. That is why you have people recognizing or representing a particular group, whether it's religious or it is societal or it's governmental or it's federal. Or social. Everyone wants to be a part of something. Everyone wants to belong somewhere. So we have a tendency to search for validation in our relationships, in our friendships. After meeting people, we have to be careful of that. And I started thinking back on any relationship I may have had. And I started thinking back on how they went, who I am, who I've become because of my experiences, not necessarily because of my relationships, but because of my experiences and what I've learned from them. And I was like, as women, we are constantly desiring to be valued. We're constantly searching for validation. We're constantly desiring to be considered valid. All right. And so, just to do a little rundown of a few things. So, what by definition, valid means important, useful, purposeful, right? Um, so, validate is the verb, right? Feel smart. Validate is the verb to show how someone assess something, to say, okay, this thing is useful, this is purposeful, this makes sense, this is logical. All right. So that's what validate is about. Now, validation is the noun of what happens after you are validated. So when you're validated and you're counted as being credible, you're counted as being useful, you're counted as being purposeful, then you have received a validation. Now, as I said before, we are all looking for validation, men and women alike, but staying focused here. All right, just staying focused. Right now, I had a lot of things in my head concerning this topic, not just about my experiences or what I've seen or witnessed with other people around me, but yesterday I had one of the most amazing conversations with someone in a very long time. And this someone was a cousin, is a cousin of mine, not was, is a cousin of mine. She's an amazing woman. Like, she's smart. She has I'm gonna say credibility, but I don't, that's not the word I'm looking for. But she has the smarts and know-how of a person that is worth listening to, you know? And we were talking about things. And a lot of things started coming to me pertaining this topic and what I've seen with women around the world and what I've noticed. And one of the things that I have come to realize is that as women, we learn through our experiences. All right. I'm trying to find a way to say this so it don't bite me in my ass. So we learn through our experiences. Not many young ladies or women grow up with a father. And when I say father here, I'm using the word father as a guide, protector. You know, I'm not using father as your parents there together and your papa living at the house and he mind you financially. No, that's not what I mean. Because many of us have that, but we don't have a father who is a guide, who is a protector. Yes, when it comes to it, then we fight for you and do whatever, but that's a physical aspect of it, but it's only when it comes to it, right? What about the emotional guide, the psychological guide, the mental guide? And I used to say people can't give you what they never got. But I'm starting to draw the bullshit card on that one. Bullshit. You are a freaking adult. All right? You know how messed up and dysfunctional you grew up. You choose to have kids. Go fix your damn self. It's as simple as that. Go fix your damn self. All right? That is your responsibility. The onus is on you to go fix yourself so you don't mess up the freaking kids that you brought into this world. It's as simple as that. All right? So I am no longer going to show pity or understanding or empathy to people. Oh no, they didn't grow up with it, so they don't know what it is. No, no. It's your choice to remain the way you are. You were born into a particular situation, a particular family. You can't help it. Fine, you can't help it. Go and fix it. It doesn't have to be that way. Epigenetics doesn't have to be that way, right? So I was looking at it and I was saying that many women, they don't grow up with a father. They don't grow up with a guide. They don't grow up with someone who protects them mentally, emotionally, psychologically, teaches them things that, all right, listen, this is what you need to expect. Because one of the things that we refuse to acknowledge is that we live in a patriarchal society. The world is male dominant. Okay? The world is male dominant. Culture is male dominant. We live in a patriarchal society. And as women, if we don't know how to function, how to relate, how to deal with a patriarchal society, we're going to have problems. And that is how we end up making all these mistakes. We basically learn or gain our experiences through trial and error. That's it. We date this one, all right, that never worked out. We try to see what we can pick out of that relationship to see what didn't work with it, and then we move on to another one, and then it fail again. You've tried to pick out, and then you realize that you're just going through life by trial and error, and then by the end of it, we get bitter and hateful. And some of the times we get to that point where we just hate everybody and everything. And anything near man, I could have man, dog, man, rat, man, puss, man. Once it near man, we just, it gets to that point. And it's not on purpose. Nobody no gets up and say, you know, somebody gets up and 8 man, or you know, somebody gets up and 8 woman, you know, somebody gets up and 8 people. Nobody gets up and do that unless you're sick, right? Nobody really gets up and do that. It's our experiences that actually brought us to that point. So there are a few things that I want to point out. And I knew of these things, but I didn't really put them in points, like to say, okay, this is it, this is that, or whatever. So my cousin, she introduced me to this he's the pastor. He's pretty cool. RC Blake's, and I decided, okay, I'm gonna watch this video because I want to see what it's about. And I watched the video. I was like, shit, that's my topic. Like, that's my topic. Like, I didn't fine tune it down to the basic tenets like he did, you know. But I mean, he's talking about his male, you know, he's talking about males. He's a male, so he would be able to put a more of a definition to it. And I was like, damn, that's the exact topic that I'll be talking about. That's what I'm going to be talking about now. And so I listened and I was like, wow, this is amazing information. And I said, oh, you know what? This is going to help. I just got some clarity, like the brain fog just went. And I knew how to put the points together so that we can relate to it. So what he was talking about was the game. When people hear game and men, you think a lot of things. But there are some things in particular that I was able to identify with. And there were 3 phases that he discussed. And phase 1. And I promise you, when you hear this, okay, let me stop clapping in the mic. I promise you, when you hear this, you're going to be like, huh. One of them day. Huh. Right? So we're 3 phases, all right? So phase 1, you meet a guy, right? What does he do? He talks to you. He takes a liking to you for a reason. Whatever reason it might be, it is still a freaking reason. Takes a liking to you. Starts talking to you. And you know how you have calculated risks? You have calculated conversations. And they have these calculated conversations with you just to get into your headspace, to find out what makes you tick, what makes you turn, what makes you go, woohoo. They do that. It's freaking smart, you know? So they have these calculated conversations. The smart ones who've been doing this a very long time, they will not come out and ask you, What do you like? What do you like to do? What are some of the music that you listen to? No. No, those are the idiots who are just still trying to play the game. Right? Those are just the idiots who are still trying to play the game. The smart ones, they know how to articulate. They know how to create their sentences, their phrases. They know how to choose their words. And they do so eloquently. They know how to do it in such a way that you don't even know that you're disclosing shit about yourself. All right? So they come up with calculated conversations, and they talk to you, and they find out what makes you tick. So for some women, it's the money and the gifts and the this, them one they're easy to catch. Me telling about the licky licky thing. Stop the licky licky. Stop the licky licky. All right? But anyway, them one they're the one them would consider easy to catch, right? So that's all right. Then you just want one box food, you just want two pieces of KFC chicken, or buy one bag, or buy one phone, or make you got hotel, so you can go tell everybody see you got hotel. So stuff like that, right? They start there. They find out what makes you tick. Here is the thing: a lot of us women, we believe we cannot get caught, but you can. It's all about what works for you. So the buying me stuff and taking me places may not work for me, but the time, oh my god, the freaking time, when you put in that time, when you put in that effort, when you go out of your way to check up on me, shit, head spin. Right? So when they find out what works for you in particular, they angle it and they keep working at it. And then the next phase, this is where they try to become your emotional addiction. All right? Now, when you get, this part is really touchy. All right. Now, when you get to the emotional addiction, because for some of us, the first phase doesn't necessarily mean that it is physical stuff. Some of us, it's all about the emotion. So it's just two phases it takes for some of us, right? You just go straight to the emotional stuff. So when they become your emotional addiction, they put in the conversations, they wine, they dine, they make the visits, they do the pop-up calls and the pop-up visits, and they do not want to talk about sex, and they do not want to push you or force you, but they're still pushing, they're still like knocking, they're still making comments, and they're still slipping in the innuendos, and they're still like this, they're still beating the window, they're still like this, they're tapping at the door, but they're not forcing it open, because they want you to think that you are the one who decided to do this. Because the thing about sex is this: sex is a spiritual, emotional, psychological, mental, it's all of the L's more than it's physical. And for women, we are more affected on all of the different L's than the physical. That's the thing. A woman is not going to get up and just sleep with a man for the sake of sleeping with him, unless you sell your body. You just do it for your job. But a woman is not going to just get up and unless it's your job. Let me point that out. A woman is not going to get up and just sleep with a man or have sex with a man willy-nilly without a reason in her head that made sense to her, right? So sex is really, it's a touchy thing. You have to be careful. You have to be careful who you give your body to. You have to be careful who you lie down with. A lot of we go lie down with some idiots out there and pick up some dopey. You hear them say sleep with dog, you pick up flea, you get up with flea. Or will you probably go, they go sleep with some dirty dog and get up with some dirty flea. And no matter how you try to get the flea out here, but the flea turn ticks. Right? So you have to be careful who you lie down with. Right? Now, they become your emotional addiction to the point where they feed into you, and they feed into who you are and who they know you want to be, and they keep pushing. So once them break through the sexual barrier and you and them start sleep together and you and them start sex, they start to they start to push they start to push your limits. They start to test how far they can push you, right? And in your head, you love this man. In your head, I eat this. And your yeah, whatever, right? And then 1 year pass, 2 year pass, 3 year pass, 4 year, 5 year, 10 year pass, and him still can't commit. Him still can't commit. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. A lot of people. I'm not gonna use commit. I'm gonna use commit loose. I'm not gonna use commit loosely here. All right. Because if you can't deal with somebody and live with them for 10 years, you can't marry to them. That is why I like this common law thing when they come in with this common law union, because a whole heap of them man here believe say they can deal with the people and girl they breed them out, grind them out, and that's it. And then walk them out, then grate off them fingertip and feed you, them cook this, them cook that, them wash, cook and clean for you and you pitney them, and you now commit to them. You now commit. Because marriage is a commitment. Me don't care what nobody wants to say about every woman want a ring. It's a symbol. It's a commitment. It says something. Because you see, the thing is, when you're married, hard for divorce. Especially if you're broke like dog. Hard for divorce. In Jamaica especially. If you're broke like dog. That's why a lot of the men, them don't want to commit in that way, because them feel like say any card can play, and when that the card they play or when that the shoe they drop, them just get up and go. And that's it. Take 10 years of my life and then you get up and go like say it don't mean nothing. So I think that as women we need to hold them responsible. You make sure so you identify the point where you draw the line. If you can't draw the line, no, as a matter of fact, draw the line, no son. Get a river stone and carve it out in it and write the name on it and say it now pass yourself. And that is it. We have to hold them accountable. You have to make them know, so listen, I'm not take the shit no more. Right? So this is one of the things that happen, right? When they become your emotional addiction. Another thing that I have seen men disrespect women in a way that all you can say, like in your head, but the girl you an idiot. Which man can chat to me so? We a broke fight. Cause me know say if you lick me, me a lick your back. Sorry. I swear to God, me lick Chris a while ago. So me know say if you lick me, I lick your back. So we go broke fight. You not diss me. Cause you know me and your alright. If I saw you talk to your mother, by all means, me know your mama. Alright? Me know your pitney, you not talk to me anyhow. But this is what happens when they become your emotional addiction. Them kick your back, you thump you, them diss you, them all up. They with girl pan you in front of you. And what do? You keep going back. And I'm not talking about no battered woman syndrome here, so. Right? That's a whole different story that is also connected to this. But right now, me talk about women we know, and I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that consciousness thing that is really important. So the man, he has broken you down to the point where you rely on him. You know, like a junkie. The junkie know say the court no good for him. Him know, but he can't help it. And I don't think I should say he can't help it. He know no good for him, but he still go for it. Right? So it's the same thing. He becomes that addiction. So in break you down, after he made some calculated penetrations, he broke you down. And when him done break you down, then him realize that now it's time to make you addicted to him. So you have to rely on him. You count on him. And me not talk about financially. Because we have a lot of women out there, and them a what their money, and them a do this, and them no need the dirty boy. So why a woman of your caliber have a little dirty done said we can't fall 2 letter, I take you for idiot? Why? What is it? What is it that he has so strong on you? What kind of hold does he have on you so strong that you can't let a little dirty idiot? That's it. The emotional addiction. Right? Them figure it out. They know how to play this freaking game. Them figure it out and them use it and them tweak it and them fit it to suit you and then them hold you. And it's hard. I'm not gonna say it's easy. I'm thinking if I've ever been in that position. But then I realized, me name it start at Miss Tepwelefi. That's me. Me it start at Tepwelefi. Me not have no time. And at this point, I'm at this point in my life where me not have no time for no bag of foolishness and no bag of excuse and no me not have no time for deal with no idiot. Cause as far as I see, I be an idiot out there. I be an idiot. Me don't know what they pan me are calling idiot. Right? So I'm at the point where I am done with foolishness. I am so freaking exhausted. Me done with the foolishness. Me no want have nothing to do with it, and that's it. At the flag, me not even care what color the flag want be. As as I heard, once the flagpole start good on and the post start good on and I hold me gone. But what I was saying was me no care. You know, people has a red flag. I don't care if it's red, if it's black, red, blue, or white. Once me see one cloud start go so, me go so. That's it. Me done. And we have had to come to this through trial and error. We have had to come to this realization through experiences. We shouldn't have to go through that. Damn it, man. You know how much hurt and pain that? You know how much heartache that could have been avoided? If only the fathers took the time to be guides and protectors and to be fathers to their daughters. Right? So, me not an excuse, but me have to work 7 days a week. Me tired. Screw you. Nobody never tell you if you go breed nobody pitney. That is it. When you decide to have a family, you need to make sure, say, you create an environment. You need to make sure, say, you create a situation in which you can facilitate your family, because then come first. You can't tell me, say, yeah, work to provide for the same people them who you barely get to spend no time with them. You barely even see them. It don't make no sense. Find the time. I don't care. I don't care. Find the time. The onus is on you to find the time. Right? Everybody know how to make things work. Man a business where you want to be, man a business where you want to say. You know how to make things work. We all know how to make things work for us if that's that we want. That's the thing. That's the kind of persistence and tenacity that we have as humans. We know how to get shit done. We know how to make things work as long as that is what we want. So you find the time. Be there for your kids. Stop breed up the woman them and I go on like say you not have no damn sense. And I walk around and I brag and I boast and I talk about say you have 10 and 15 baby mother. You're worthless. You're worthless. That's it. Because the million pitney them we have with the million baby mother them don't know you. You're worthless. And that is why when they grow up into young women, they try to seek for that validation. They try to seek for that value in the dirty boy them where abuse them and I take advantage of them. Right? They try to look for that. And the thing is, because I'm going to talk about the consciousness. The thing is this. As women, we don't even realize that we are attracting den dirty negaya. It's buried in our subconscious. It's like an unconscious reality, right? You don't even realize that these are the people that you're attracting because you found yourself growing up, or you found yourself growing up in a particular situation. I used to say. As parents, the onus is on us to protect our freaking children. The onus is on us to be the person for them until we know that them don't need us anymore. Because they have to go out there. They have to make their mistakes. They have to do their own thing. But at the end of the day, They need that guide. You can't get up and tell me, say, you allow a 6-year-old or a 10-year-old to do what them want or say what them want. Say, I know your house. Are you pay the bills? Who feed you? No, you are the parent. Be the freaking parent. Be the parent. Don't be the friend. That's not the time when you need to be the friend or be the confidant. You need to be the parent. And that's what it is. So as women, we need to be careful how we search for validation, how we search for value and purpose. Because here's the thing. Here is the thing. Whatever you're looking for is already in you. Whatever you think, say, the boy down your road, we can't spell his name nor full 2 letter, can tell you or whisper in your ears, whatever you think to them can tell you or say to you, or because them hold $2 in their hand, whatever you think them can give you, you can provide it for yourself. Whatever thing they can say to you, you can do that for yourself. You can be that person for yourself because you got this. You got this. We are created in a way where we got this, right? And you don't lower your standards for nobody. That's it. If them can't meet it, them leave it. You don't lower your standards for anyone. Meaning you say nobody or no one. You don't lower your standards for anyone. That's it. All right? Because here's the thing. Keep it up there, and the person who that perfectly sculpted 3D printed that perfectly sculpted 3D printed man that you're looking for or that you're waiting for is gonna come. Cause I'm gonna tell you, not all of them are dirty drunk crow. But why you feel the need for second for the dirty drunk crow? I'm gonna even get to that, right? But keep it here. Anybody who can't meet it, go about them business. That's it. You don't devalue yourself for no idiot. You don't. You don't. And you need to understand and realize the value. You are the prize. Like I've been told, you are the prize. You are the prize. Yeah, you are the prize. And him, there's a purpose. Men are hunters. They chase. They hunt. They protect. It's okay. It's built in. It's a built-in thing for manhood to protect womanhood. However, we have a lot of idiots out there who don't know anything about that. Right? You are the prize. None of them are the prize. I have so many things to talk about where this topic is concerned. See the video gone over 30 minutes. I'm gonna try if I make it go so far. But anyway, I must say, in searching for validation, search within yourself. You are valid. You are value. Anybody who can't say that, bounce. It's a tough decision. It's a tough call to make. But guess what? You will get over it. You'll get over it. You're not gonna be the first or the last woman who have to make a tough decision or a tough call just to keep your blinking sanity. You see, when you experience that thing called peace of mind, I tell you, when you experience peace of mind, it's when you experience that peace, that tranquility, that movement within you. Anybody who come have to come good. When you experience that, anybody who come, they have to come good. So focus on you. All right? It's hard. I'm not gonna say it's easy. Come on, it's hard. Please. If it were easy, everybody was doing it, right? But the value is in you. You are valued. You are the value, right? So I'm gonna cut things off right here because me I chat too much. I'm gonna cut things off right here. So I will see you in our next video. I'm not gonna continue this topic per se, but it's gonna be connected. I'm gonna be focusing on toxic masculinity, consciousness, broken consciousness. I'm going to be talking about these things. Remember, these things are just my opinions and what I've seen or what I have experienced. It's not carved in stone or melted in steel. You can melt things in steel, man. No, a psycho or a carvity. You know what? So With that said, my lovelies, until next time, we will talk. Bye. Bye, everybody.